Good evening and welcome. My name is Kerry Oriot and I'm the moderator of tonight's Brandon City Council and Mayoral Election Forums. Tonight's event is co-sponsored and brought to you by the Brandon Sun and Westman Communications. In fact, it is being broadcast live throughout our community and our region on Access 12. I further understand Westman Communications will be broadcasting this repeatedly in the coming days. The Brandon Sun and CKLQ News will also be reporting on the forum tomorrow. It will also be webcast on brandonsun.com. Tonight's forum will be divided into two sections. The first will feature the candidates running for City Council. The second forum, beginning at roughly 8:30, will feature the candidates running for the position of mayor. Here are the ground rules. Each of the council candidates tonight will have approximately 1 minute in which to introduce themselves. Following this, we will begin questioning the various candidates. I think we've come up with a fair approach that will provide each candidate with an opportunity to express themselves on important issues. Our panelists tonight, Devon Ross from the Brandon Sun, John LaReggio from CKLQ News, and Allison Dowd from the Brandon Sun. Each of them will direct a question to as many as 5 candidates. The panelists will determine which candidates they will be addressing the questions to. I briefly mentioned to the candidates earlier that they will in fact have an opportunity, if they are not one of the selected candidates to answer, but wish to provide some insight, they will have the opportunity to do so by either indicating so to myself or the panelist who asked the respective question. The candidates will be given 45 seconds to answer a question. They will see a yellow card advising them when they have 15 seconds left in their time allotment. When the red card is raised, I will move on to the next candidate or the next question. Questions from the audience are welcome. And I ask you to please submit your questions to Ewan Powell and James O'Connor of the Brandon Sun sitting at the side table. They will, via the power of the internet, send these questions to me, and I will, if we have an opportunity, try and squeeze them in. If the panelists, or myself for that matter, believe a candidate is sidestepping a question, then we reserve the right to interrupt or to follow up. So you're going to hear and see some candidates work very hard this evening. I think you're going to hear a lot of interesting things that's going to help you gain the information and knowledge you require in order to make a vote. I ask everyone first to turn off their cell phones and to use appropriate decorum. In order to move through this very quickly, I'm going to ask you to withhold clapping until the end of the forum. We're going to start tonight with our opening statements, 1 minute each. We're going to start at the extreme right. We're going to follow all the way through. Then we're going to go down to the second row, or the bottom row, and again we're going to start at the extreme right with Councillor Campbell. So beginning tonight is going to be Jeff Fawcett.
Thank you, Kerry. My name is Jeff Fawcett. I'm a candidate in the Assiniboine Ward. I'm Brandon born. My wife and I have lived in the Assiniboine Ward for 12 years. In my daily life, I'm a business owner with D&B Sprinklers. I also have a teaching degree from Brandon University that I use during the winter months, substituting in the Brandon School Division. I've been actively involved in the Brandon and Manitoba business communities. I have consistently been on community boards in Brandon and Winnipeg since my early 20s. I am currently the chair of the Art Gallery of Southwestern Manitoba. A main interest I have in running for City Council is the opportunity to collaborate with other entities, such as the province, Brandon University, ACC, private business, First Nations, Brandon School Division, the RHA, and others, and to continue to build Brandon into a thriving prairie city.
Our next candidate is Mike Volek.
Hi, my name is Mike Volek. I'm seeking councillor for Ward 1 Assiniboine. My platform basically allows for fiscal responsibility with a passionate social component. One of the focus areas going forward is economic development. We need opportunities that will attract solid paying jobs to sustain and build a community that we want to be proud of and raise our families in. As a former business owner, I understand what businesses are facing. It is important for us to support local businesses in Brandon and Westman whenever we can. Property taxes must be affordable. I worked downtown for Angus Brown and Wayne Cooling for 17 years managing Brown's Photo Shop. I've had 7.5 years experience lobbying at both the provincial and federal level. I have been married for 22 years. I have an 18-year-old son and I have a young daughter. It is my passion to make a difference in the community, and people need to realize that
Thank you, Mr.
decisions
Volek.
that are made
Thank you,
today
Mr. Volek.
are
Next,
important.
Mr. Edmonds, please.
My name is Keith Edmonds, and I'm a candidate for the Ross Ward seat. This election is not only about the issues that affect our community at this moment, but also planning for long-term sustainable growth and development. As councillor, I will ensure clear and consistent communication between City Hall and the residents of Ross Ward. Not one-way communication, but listening to the concerns of people within the area. I will establish dedicated times where I will be available to ward residents on a drop-in basis. I will serve as an effective bridge between residents and City Hall. When I selected a location for my business, I chose downtown because it's the heart of the city. I volunteer on the boards of the Brandon Neighborhood Renewal Corporation and Renaissance Brandon. I believe in collaboration and cooperation. I believe in well-reasoned decisions based on the consideration of all the information. I believe in Brandon, and I believe in Ross Ward. Thank you.
Ms. Paquette.
Hello, I'm Darlene Paquette, and I want to be the next Ross Ward councillor for the City of Brandon. I believe my 20 years of living in and being committed to the community, my dedication to improving the lives of others, and a genuine interest for all people has prepared me to be a good councillor. I would be committed to keeping everyone informed, improve Brandon's infrastructure, support affordable housing projects, increase neighborhood safety, expand and support downtown initiatives, enhance arts and culture, and promote all Brandon businesses. I believe I can make a difference, and I'm asking Ross Ward residents to give me the opportunity. I'm a volunteer with the Brandon Friendship Centre, the Manitoba Métis Federation Local Area Management Board, and Canadian Cancer Care Manitoba, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis Partnership Committee. I'm also employed at Brandon University as a technical resource assistant.
Corey Roberts.
Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity to address the citizens of Brandon. For those of you that I have not met, my name is Corey Roberts. I'm your candidate for the Rosser Ward. What qualifies me as your choice? I'm raising a family of 4 children, a 15-year-old Bryce, 10-year-old Robin, 3-year-old Connery, and 18-month-old Hennessy, with my wife Bettina in the ward. Born and raised in Brandon. We own a business that employs up to 30 people in the ward. We live and breathe the realities of the ward as well as keep up to date with the city issues at large. I understand the diverse issues that affect, challenge, and propel Brandon into the future. I have lived in several areas of the city, but none of them are as compelling and challenging as the Rosser Ward. I see the future as bright for the ward, but understand in order to get there, the councillor must see the vision and have the tools to get there. My experience in business and volunteering on several past and present boards, which includes vice chair and now acting chair of the Renaissance Brandon.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Next is Sean Berry.
Thank you. Good evening to all. My name is Sean Berry, and I'm running for City Councillor in the Linden Lanes Ward. Brandon is a great city in which we live and raise a family. I've lived here for 46 of my 48 years and benefited from the quality of life that our city has to offer. But our city has gone through some major changes and decisions in this millennium. A growing and diversified population has called for our city to address some major needs in affordable housing, maintaining of city infrastructure, and recreation options. The city also faces many other needs in years to come as it continues to grow and prosper. I want to be a part of that process that helps the city grow through the challenges that it will face by being the elected voice for the people of the Linden Lanes Ward. I am passionate about the city of Brandon, its people, and its businesses. If I am the elected city councillor for the Linden Lanes Ward, I will be diligent in making well-informed decisions on the ward's behalf to ensure that the citizens of Linden Lanes and the citizens of Brandon sees positive growth over the next 4 years.
Mr. Blatherwick.
Please vote Michael in Linden Lanes. I will not be asking you to put a sign on your lawn for me. I would like you to vote for me because you have learned more about me and feel that I can bring your issues forward in City Council. With a background in recreation and community development, I am proud to work for Manitoba Healthy Living Youth and Seniors. I've worked with a number of organizations, municipal councils, recreation, senior centers, libraries, museums, arts, hockey arenas, curling rinks. And serving as city councillor My experiences with community nonprofit organizations would be an asset to this community. I'm not affiliated with any political party. I'm merely a friendly, personable, very community-minded individual who wants to serve our community. As a family man, I believe Brandon is a great place to live with loads of potential, and I take great honor to serve your community as City Councillor.
Ramona Cooey.
Thank you. My name is Ramona Cooey, and I am candidate for City Council of the Linden Lanes Ward. I am a dedicated mother and wife. I have an advanced degree in applied economics, and I am currently an elected member of the Brandon School Division Board of Trustees. Tonight you have the opportunity to listen, learn, and choose the candidate who best shares your vision for our community's future. My vision is based on these values. I value living in a community that provides opportunities that attract and retain our youth. I value living in a community that challenges their leaders to make informed, consultative decisions. I value living in a community that is growth and excellence oriented. As we know from watching City Council, there is a lot of work involved. There are many tough decisions to make, and there is much consensus building required. I work hard to understand issues and make tough decisions. I possess the analytical capacity to face and question complicated issues.
Thank you very much. Councillor Margot Campbell.
I'm Margot Campbell, and I'm running for re-election in the Richmond Ward 8. Thank you first to the Richmond Ward for electing me all these terms. During my terms, the Richmond Ward has seen many improvements. Streets have been paved, street lights, traffic lights, pedestrian corridors have been installed, sidewalks such as 20th, 22nd, Aberdeen and Richmond have been built. 5 walking paths have been put in. This past term alone, $8 million of necessary drainage infrastructure improvements were done. I have listened and represented your wishes at the council table. Much has been done, but much more needs to be done. Brandon is experiencing unprecedented growth and needs experienced, future, and action-oriented councillors. I have proven my commitment, my reliability, and my ability to get things done. When you vote for Margot Campbell, you know that I will continue to work for you.
Thank you. Stephen Montague.
Thank you. My name is Stephen Montague, and I'm running to be the next City Councillor in the Richmond Ward. 4 years ago, as a wide-eyed 26-year-old, I hit the streets, meeting many residents at their doors and explaining my vision for what I would see Brandon in the future. 4 years later, I'm back and meeting new residents and hearing many of the same issues I heard 4 years ago at the door. Since then, I went to work. I heard from the residents 4 years ago, who is Stephen Montague? I was new in Brandon. I had been here for only 7 years. Now, 4 years later, I've worked hard at the Brandon University Students' Union, fighting the fight for the students and getting results. I'm comfortable in working with all levels of government, municipal, provincial, and federal, and have achieved significant results at all levels. Municipally, we fought to improve the quality of life of students, for parking at the university, and improve environmental sustainability, not just on campus, but in our community as well. We have fought hard. When people told us we couldn't win, I got results. I'm the candidate in the Richmond Ward with vision, leadership, and
Thank you, Stephen.